With all the evidence we feel everywhere now, INEC still dey insist say Tinubu won presidential election. Well, this is still serious matters on ONIF TV, and it continues to be a serious matter until we get to the bottom of the matter. Now, the Independent National Electoral Commission has asked the Presidential Petition Election Petition Tribunal in Abuja to dismiss all the petitions challenging the declaration of Bola Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress as the winner of the February 25th presidential election. INEC had declared that Tinubu pulled 8,794,726 votes to win the election. The commission declared that the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party came second with 6,984,520 votes, while it announced Labour Party Peter Obi as the second runner-up with 6,101,533 votes. Of course, it's obvious. We know what happened. We know what happened. We know what happened. With all that we are seeing all over the place and social medias agog with all sorts, that happened during that election that was marred with all forms of irregularities and, shenanigans from different quarters, talks, that were sponsored by political parties. They mentioned their names without hiding. People went to polling units to intimidate people during this same election, and yet the person, if it was somebody at the other end, you can imagine if somebody from Labour Party was the person saying, if you don't vote for so party, don't come out. You can imagine what would happen to the person. I'm sure there will be security operatives on ground to gun down the fellow. Not just arrest the fellow, but gun the person down. And then they will say it is the instruction of so and so person. Well, Atiku and Obi and some other parties rejected the results announced by INEC. I know it was intentional to have pushed Obi to the third position because it was obvious. It was obvious. Now you said somebody won election. The person that won this election, even in his hometown, supposed hometown, he lost. In his sitting state, the state where he claimed he built, he lost. The Federal Capital Territory, where he's going to be his sitting power, he lost. Does it now not send a message that this person that seems not to be loved at home, how can the person that is not loved at home be loved in a distant country or in diaspora, as it were? All the opposition parties challenging Tinubu's victory joined INEC as a Tinubu's victory joined INEC as a co-defendant in its defense to the various petitions filed through its team of lawyers led by AB Mahmoud San. INEC described Atiku's petition as grossly incompetent, vague, and academic, saying it was an abuse of the court process. INEC affirmed that having scored at least 1/4 of the valid votes cast in 29 states, which is over and above the 24 states threshold required by the Constitution, in addition to scoring the highest number of the lawful vote cast at the election, Tinubu was properly declared winner and returned as the president-elect. On the issue of Tinubu not winning the FCT, INEC argued that going by the provision of the 1999 Constitution, the FCT has the status of a state and ought to be recognized as one of the states of the Federation. INEC insisted that it declared Tinubu as winner of the election, considering that he scored highest valid votes cast at the election and at least 5% of the votes cast in not less than 2/3 of the states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. Well, still talking about the number of votes that were cast. What about the people that were not allowed to cast their votes? What about the people that they cast their votes? I just can't but say that the whole election was just a waste of time, a waste of finances, a waste of taxpayers' money, a waste of resources. Over 300 billion naira gone down the drain in what we all saw as a sham. It's unfortunate. The first respondent pleads and shall at the trial of this suit rely on all the electoral forms, including but not limited to forms ECSA, BCSB, ECSC, ECSD, and ECBE used in the course of the presidential election held on the 25th day of February 2023, INEC said. The Federal Capital Territory, beyond being the capital of Nigeria, has no special status over and above the other 36 states of the Federation to require a candidate in the presidential election to obtain at least 25% of the vote cast in the FCT before being declared winner of the presidential election. Well, we'll see how this all pans out, as we progress and we head towards, the tribunal haven't had parties, candidates headed to the tribunal filed cases against, both the validity of the candidacy of the presidential candidate and the president-elect of the Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and also the process that's announcing or that made him, president-elect. Well, this is still Serious Matters on ONIF TV. Please, thank you very much for always watching. Please share our videos with others, drop your comment, make them simple and civil. Thank you very much. Bye bye.